Hey guys, Omni here. We are back with Doom Patrol for the Season 2 finale, Episode 9, Wax Patrol. Now, originally this wasn't intended to be the finale. This was supposed to be a 10-episode order for Season 2, but just like with the other DC shows, COVID came in and kind of ruined things. So, Episode 9 is going to be the finale of this season. I imagine we're going to have quite the cliffhanger since it wasn't where the season was supposed to close. That being said, we've been building on a lot of interesting things between Larry, his family, and this attempt to connect with the spirit, Rita, her journey towards herodom, as well as the stuff between Cyborg and Ronnie and this little conspiracy, as well as her front for revenge. And then Cliff, his daughter, and of course, the big thing that has been driving the season so far, and that is Dorothy and the growing power and influence of Candlemaker, and them trying to prevent his escape into reality from his host, Dorothy. And it seems like that is where we left off at the end of last episode, was his chains were breaking. So I'm really excited to see where this goes from here and where this ends, where characters are left at the end of this episode and the end of this season. So let's go ahead and dive into our finale. Here we go. You know, I kept calling that a rabbit, and it's definitely a sheep. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1969.
Miranda.
I could show you around. Take you to some new spots. We could dance a little. This is what I bought with the nickels you give me. It's for you.
So really, she bought it.
I get off at 7.
Laundry day?
Clara's getting married, and somehow, for the grace of sweet baby Jesus, I scored a ticket.
And you're going to wear a t-shirt, which will be fine. I mean, everyone will be looking at the bride anyway.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people might be looking at the robot that is standing there.
And where's Jane?
Resting.
Okay. Tell her I said hey. Well, if everyone's gonna be looking at the bride.
She cleaning house so she can be the only personality, have her own life. I don't know. I feel like there's something selfish going on there. This is not for Kay.
Everyone completely froze like an idiot.
Oh.
Brad Pop is off to see my baby girl do that thing is usually the biggest mistake of people's lives.
She'll be so happy her
Dorothy needs help. She can't hold back the Candlemaker. And all of humanity's about to go up in wax.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Hey, look at that. Larry stepping in.
You think Flint can get us there?
Flitzen.
I want to see my daughter get married.
If it's the end of the world, there won't be a wedding.
If it's the end of the world, I deserve to spend it with my family.
What the hell are we? No one out there has given a damn about us. We're all we have.
So that's it? Chief wins
It's
again.
not about the chief. This is about Dorothy.
And for me, it's about Clara. I have a daughter.
I mean,
If you want to be the man your daughter expects you to be, then you'll help an 11-year-old girl whose life is in danger.
You've reached Salty Pump's Bar and Restaurant and Tackle Shop.
Fuck.
oh, fuck, man.
Fuck you, bump.
Man, I feel so bad for Cliff, man. That is a lot of wax.
What the hell happened here?
We have teleported up Walt Disney's asshole. Now what?
You can hold it back.
She's trying to contain him, maybe.
To concentrate.
Oh,
You clueless pack of twats have no idea what we're up against. Our imaginary friends.
what?
Your imaginary friend is a Punch and Judy puppet?
We didn't have bugs.
He's gone.
What the fuck?
For the first time, I actually agree with Cliff. What the fuck?
He can worry about himself. Let's split up.
What? No! No! Don't do that!
And we're gonna kill that fucker dead.
It's funny, I never had an imaginary friend.
That is the saddest thing I have ever
I mean,
heard.
me either. What the hell?
What's happening? You pulled the alarm to question me. My job is to keep us moving forward.
Even Jane would think before doing some stupid shit like that.
By the way, where is Jane?
Maybe she's with Lucy Hughes or Scarlett Holly. They're missing too.
Do you even know what Kay wants? Because I do. Tell you what, you little donkeys keep yapping at each other.
Oh my god.
Hello, my starlit, rosy cheeks, Rita.
Howdy, partner.
Dr. Cowboy?
What?
Darn.
Is that his dad? Oh
in that
my
getup.
god.
Not Dr. Cowboy, you can't be. Not another step.
Oh, I remember this game. You got me. But you were always a good shot, Vic. All I got is beakers. Dr. Cowboy, Vic.
That can't be it. He's gonna be behind him. Turn around, there he is again. Yeah.
Chief?
I don't know what the deal is here.
Might even make it to the wedding in time to see Clara toss.
What the fuck?
Jesus?
What the shit?
What the fuck? I come in peace. Maybe we could talk.
Oh my god.
Give a French fried titty fuck. I'm here to end you.
What?
I'm just thinking back to that girl I met at the diner a couple years ago. The one who went bananas when I touched her cheek.
I hear she's a sex maniac now. Remember that dirty hippie guitarist outside the diner? He's working for the man now. I'll have this place unpacked and fantastic before the housewarming on Saturday. Your friends will be blown away.
Our friends.
All right, where does this like go tits up?
This is a good thing for all of us. I promise. I promise.
Swim! Swim! How's it gonna mess with Larry if he didn't have any imaginary friends?
Kipling? What the hell happened to you?
What the fuck? No! God damn it.
Jesus. Jesus. You stupid frozen arm, not now!
Let me fix it for you.
Fuck! Oh shit!
You have her eyes, you know. But after what she did, what I saw, I couldn't bear to look at her anymore, or you.
Why are you doing this, man?
You made me for affirmation.
Oh, that's not true.
Sure it is. Whatever you do, I'm here to pat you on the back and say yeehaw. So, yeehaw, Vic. You let a killer go loose.
I was only at that fucking place because my mom needed me out of the house when she and my dad were splitting up for like the millionth.
Jesus, I had no idea.
Do that?
You became the last thing that I wanted to be.
And yet, that's exactly what you became. Desperate, willing to do anything to get the next role. You'll always be that pathetic little boy looking for validation.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Here it comes.
That's why you always need a role. You'll never grow up.
No!
Unfortunately for you, I'm not Jesus.
What the fuck?
Cliff!
It's official. We threw a hell of a party.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I didn't know it was going to be this kind of party. Did you?
That's kind of something you,
What are you talking about?
explain.
Don't be so
before
uptight.
you
Be
do
free with your
anything.
body. It's all about love. Don't you want to move forward?
I feel like that's something you talk about
Yeah.
That's my
first.
girl.
100% something you talk about before you throw a swinker party.
We have to do this.
Blamey Katie just like pops out and murks them all.
Such a good girl.
No! Go, Jane!
You're not Miranda, are you?
Ugh!
It is her time.
Sweet baby.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Oh my god.
Listen to me.
I know what I have to do now.
You need a weapon.
I can make my own.
Oh! Hell yeah! Ho! Why you gotta do this? Oh, damn it, man. That was one hell of a cliffhanger. Oh, fuck. Okay, so the entire team completely destroyed by this wax stuff. I'm not sure how the whole waxing thing works, because we kind of saw it how their imaginary friends, the ones that had them, you know, we got to see the sides and the reasons for why they were each created and the role they served in helping them through their tough times. You know, of course, with Jesus for Cliff, the collage character, I forgot the name that Rita gave her. That was made up of all these parts of the things of different women that she thought were beautiful, creating this perfect image of a woman that she had, this idea of one that she had. And then, of course, Vic, whose main thing was always getting the reassurance, love, and affection of his father, which is just something he can never really give because of how just objective his father is. He created this version of his dad who was just there to back him up, and no matter what it was, give him the reassurance that, you know, that pat on the back that his dad never gave him. And, you know, no matter what Vic did, no matter if it was right or wrong, this apparition was there to celebrate whatever Vic did. It wasn't there for any sort of guidance, advice. I like that. And then when they kind of reconciled with that, that's when Candlemaker kind of came in and preyed on that need that they each had for them and waxed them. Larry didn't quite have that. Kipling did. Larry was the only one that didn't have an imaginary friend in this case. And I was like, I thought that would come into play, but no, he just found Kipling and got waxed. A little strange, but it was still like added it in because we needed it to boil down to Dorothy versus Candlemaker by herself. Even Niles was still hanging on by a thread, it seems like, and he was going to try to, I assume, get Dorothy to come over so that he can give her that injection and kill her so that this thing doesn't go free. And so Dorothy didn't have to face it. But yeah, Dorothy whipping out some of that mind powers, her imagination to create her own weapon other than that little rinky-dink obsidian spear. Hell yeah. That thing looked like it was ripped right out of Warcraft. Loved that. I'd love to see her like have this imagination battle against Candlemaker, her using her own powers and abilities against him, and see how that would go and how that would play out. And then we finally know what happened to Miranda back at the well. This backstory that we got on just how she failed Kay, and she threw herself into the well. You know, she finally trusted somebody. She was trying to create a life that would be safe for the entire gang and for Kay. And ultimately, she fell into this pit, this trap, this relationship that led her down this similar path that I think it's fair to assume, given some of the imagery, that her father was a little more than abusive. As I said, you led us right back there. It could be just because of the controlling relationship. I would hope that's all it is, but with just the way they've been playing up this monster that their father was, I can just imagine that they would have done something along those lines. But the way Jane came in, and maybe I'm wondering if, like, at that point, because maybe you guys know that have read the comics, as this is progressing, were all the personas really there at that point? Maybe did they grow into the 60 some personalities over time? Was Jane just created in that moment to take the place of Miranda, or had she always existed? Were all the personalities there from the beginning, or did they slowly start to build more stations as Kay needed more and more coping? We know that she was the painting. She would talk to herself. We know a little bit of some of the ones that have been around up at this point. Even when Miranda got, emergency lined back into the station, that Hammerhead was there. A lot of the other ones that we've been seeing a lot was there. And we didn't see any of the transition, the shifting that happens when the personalities swap out. But it did seem like some of that was happening. I don't know if maybe they just didn't animate that in, or we weren't supposed to see that. But it did seem like she was shifting out of it in between the act, as far as her personality, trying to get her out of the seat. Maybe Scarlet was in there for a second. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know. But seeing that rejection from Kay destroyed Miranda, and we know now, when she threw herself in the well, she didn't come back. Something else did in her place. And like some people were saying, because some people called this out. I don't know if this is the storyline and how it unfolds in the comics at all, but some people theorized this down in the comments that either this is an avatar of her father, somehow taking this form, allowing him to leave the well using Miranda's persona. But that seems to be the case. At least that was my interpretation of the end. If you guys have a different interpretation of how that went, I think that was the case, especially with Kay's reaction when she realized Jane's gone and when she's like, "You're not Miranda." And Jane finding Miranda's body still at the bottom of the well. Oh, God, man. When are we going to get the resolution to this? We need episode 10. I need my answers. I really hope we don't have to wait for season 3, and I know we're going to. This is unfortunately going to have to carry over into season 3, I would imagine, unless they announce something to DC Fandom where we're like, all right, guys, we made episode 10. Because that's an insane cliffhanger to leave out on. The entire team gets completely decimated, especially Cliff. He got obliterated. Everybody else just kind of got it cased in wax, and I can see them coming back from that. I mean, Cliff can technically be repaired as long as his brain's intact. But, man, he got blown up. And I really like the play on their imaginary friends that they had. Kipling's, I don't get that. That over my head. But, no, not so much. He did say he was, like, from, like, the way back whens. And they did have like those old timey puppet shows that they would put on for the crowds and the villages and stuff. So maybe that's where that came from. Rita's, I think, was perfect for the way she grew up and the way she was raised and the aspirations that she had to. And I think a lot of people that are going into that field, into modeling, into stardom, to become an actress, to become famous, get this obsession with idealized beauty, and how like she took the best parts to her from all these different, women and combined them into this ideal. And of course, to us, it's like this monstrous collage of a child, their imagination pulling this together and creating something out of it. I think it fits very well for the journey that Rita's been taking. And Vix is definitely parallels very nicely with what we know of Silas. That's an affirmation that Vic needed in his life. And Cliff's was just out of left field, man. I get it. It makes sense with his backstory and with everything going on. But my God, that was just like, all right, I guess we're having a fist fight with Jesus now. I love this show. It's just so good. And I think a lot of the characters, the actors and actresses that put this show together is just fantastic. Of course, the source material itself is the inspiration for so many of these storylines, but you got to give credit where credit's due. The writers that translate a lot of that into live action do a great job. And this show's unlike anything else out there, again, because of the source material and about the way that this team brings it to life and makes it feel real and relatable and just sucks you in. I love it. I love it to death, man. I don't really know what else to say. The season's been crazy, and it's been a lot of fun getting to like grow with these characters. I feel like over the arc of the last 2 seasons, Larry's had the largest growth. He's also had the most gradual growth. It's always been like a steady march with him. Jane's growth really started about in this one, I feel like in season 2 is when her arc really started to come really into play. Rita's was there from the get-go. Again, like with Larry, I feel like they were very strong parallels from the beginning, especially since both of them started their journeys together. You know, Rita had been at the mansion for a long time, but I think once she made that friendship with Larry, it really allowed them both to connect and have somebody, some type of support structure that they had not had for such a long time. And their friendship is some of the best moments. Most of their scenes are some of my favorite moments in this season. The way they support each other and grow and really encourage and embrace one another, no matter what their flaws are. Like, they're real friends, and I love that about them. Cliff's journey wasn't so much of a journey in this as finally kind of his daughter really kind of reaching out and Chief trying to make amends for what he did by admitting what he did to the person that is still around in Cliff's life to give him that gap. And I think that really helped Cliff kind of come out of this rut. And then, you know, the Candlemaker stuff came into play. There's I don't know. I just really like what this show does with its characters. And, you know, as much as it's about a framework of, you know, superhero stuff, comic book stuff, really off the wall, insane concepts and ideas, it's just about the characters and these struggles and these this traumas that they've all had to live with and grow with. And I really enjoy it because it just relates it. You know, as fantastical, as crazy as a lot of these events and things they go through here in the comics and in the show, it all comes down to the real kind of reactions that I feel like these characters have in these situations. And it just makes it very immersive and relatable and engaging. Yeah. This season's been solid, phenomenal. I love it. And I really hope we get a season 3 confirmed. I want to know what happens at the end of this. It was fantastic, guys. I can't really say anything else about it. So I'm going to pass it off to you guys. What did you guys think of this season? What did you guys think of this episode? And what are your theories and speculations for what is going to happen after this cliffhanger? Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys so much for being there and going along on this journey with me. We will be there for DC Fandom, so come and watch because we'll be covering all the juicy nuggets that are coming out from that. They are promising and hyping this thing up quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to see you guys there as we cover it on the channel. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody.